half a year, they had been brought to their knees. Balbatos proclaimed the kingdom of Galgastan, and with it an official end to the Blood War. But these things would bring no end to Wallister's suffering. A piecemeal resistance continued, yet with their duke in chains, efforts flagged. The remaining Wallister were confined to a small province allotted them by Balbatos and the Galgastani. There, the survivors resigned themselves to eke out such life as they could. Victory begets peace, and for once, the battlefields of Valeria stood silent. Yet none believed the calm would last.
Alright, welcome to Tactics Ogre Reborn. Probably the defining version of the game. It has had many iterations over the years. It is one of my favorite Tactics games, and for a long while, Final Fantasy Tactics was my favorite. But I have to say, Tactics Ogre Reborn has actually dethroned it. It is the Tactics game of its age, and I'm more than happy to show it off to you guys. And we can have some fun, and we can make some units based on viewers, if you guys would like. And we can have some fun with it. So, to summarize the story, some things you guys need to know going in so that way you have full context. We played the story for a little bit there, but it boils down to this, basically. There was a king by the name of Dorgalawa. He managed to, get the whole of an island under his rule, and unfortunately he passed away, and the clans that he had originally, gotten into, we're gonna open up options so it doesn't go to the thing again. Unfortunately the clan started to fall apart. Dorgalawa, he unfortunately had his whole reign kind of fall apart once he died, and the clan started vying for supremacy and trying to take each other out. And unfortunately, the main character, whose name is Denim, he belonged to the lowest population clan, the Wallister, and basically the other clans watch the Galgastani basically shit on the Wallister and try to basically ethnic cleanse them out. This story is based very heavily on actual real-life events that they referenced for the game. I'm sure you can look into the wikis of it. But basically, the thing about Tactics Ogre is people nickname it as depressing chess because it is war as hell, but with a little bit of honor, a little bit of mysticism thrown in, and honestly, I find it really engaging just to play. So we're going to play through the story of this. I'm going to let the voice actors do their fine jobs, and de-chessing, exactly. I'm going to let them do their job, and I'm going to just have fun with this. So, let's do that. New game.
Tactics Ogre.
It is an age of war. The wheel begins to turn. Chosen child. When were you born? So we're going to use my birthday for this. I was born on August 29th. This game actually has a very heavy tarot theme, as you might happen to notice. So the Hanged Man. It is in our nature to take. You stand poised to take the life of another. Why do you attempt this dire act? Now, me personally, I would do it only ever to defend my life. I don't care much about my honor, and I don't care to get revenge on people. My ex-wife could be an example of that. But when it comes to defending my life, I will unfortunately take the life of another if I have to. So we're gonna make that choice. The Tower. Oh, joy. God is cruel to prince and pauper alike. A fire engulfs your home, and whom do you save from the flames? So here's the fun thing. My parents are kind of out of my life now. They raised me, and they raised me in their style, and now I'm off doing my own things. I don't have a child. If I had a child, this might have some better weight to it, but the only real choice for me here is my beloved. Yes, you can grab Joni. I will grab you. The Magician. For all things a beginning. You brew an arcane elixir. What power will it hold? So, to me, there's a good option and there's a bad option here, and then there's another option that is kind of out of the question. So, the good option to me is Liberty and Turmoil, because while it is problematic to have some things, it's better to be free. Now, the bad one is is Order and Obedience, where, yeah, you might have order and you might have things going peacefully for a time, but the order only lasts, like Dorgalua, as long as the person in charge lasts, or if the person in charge is right. And Concession and Regret, if you consistently give up things instead of being happy with what you've chosen in your life, that's not life. That's just a pale imitation of it. So we're going to go with Liberty and Turmoil. The Lovers. Look to the man in the mirror. What do you seek in a lover? Once again, youth and beauty is nice as long as they last. Wealth and power doesn't really make a good person. They might be beautiful, they might have their youth, they might have wealth, they have power, but the thing that attracts me the most, and the reason I'm probably the reason I'm a pansexual, is wisdom and ability. I care way more about the thoughts going in a person's head than what their physical form is. The Sun, a lasting peace. You stand at the end of a hard-fought battle. To what do you owe your victory? Now, my own ability is pretty good. I'm pretty good, and I know that it probably was a help. But you alone cannot win a battle. And the grace of God is wonderful if you believe in that sort of thing. But I honestly think it comes down to the strength of your allies. If you can't depend on your allies, you're alone on the battlefield. And I think this is the right choice here. Alright, so it's time to pick our goddess waifu. We have very neutral Fire Lady. We have Treachery Mommy, who was making amends. We have Fuck You Bitch Wind Edition. We have Mommy Earth here. We have Lady with a Horse, Lightning Horse, Mechanical Lightning Horse. And we have Fuck You Bitch Water Edition. So, what do you guys think? What do you think fits me? It's denim, but it's really me. I can tell you a little bit about the lore. Chanel, she is very neutral. She realizes she wields a great power with fire, and she's very tempted to stay out of conflicts because she knows the kind of damage that she can wrought. Lunarem, she was responsible for some treachery and was basically aligned herself to the goddess of the dark, or the god of the dark, and basically tried to betray the rest of her of the gods, but she ended up changing her mind at the very end and ended up switching back sides. So she's kind of like, that's what the whole chain theme is with her. She kind of is doing penance. I wasn't joking about Hanella and Gruzella. The basic Gruzea and Hanella. They're basically just like, I do what I want and fuck you if you try to bother me. The water one's a little bit worse because she literally has like revenge stuff about her. She will go out and like fuck somebody over if they fuck her over. Nesferat is all about like justice and getting justice for those who were harmed or just. Honestly, it works really good for denim, and it's usually what I go with. But Earth is basically just a sort of a protector, like, you know, stability. She's thick as well. So I think we're playing kind of a chaos gremlin. who cares about justice and doing right. Might be... Well, she has more of a lawful bent. What do y'all gonna suggest? Who's your favorite waifu? Oh, that's a shame. Nai, can I have your goated opinion on what goddess I should make my waifu? Sorry to put the spotlight on you. Yeah. Alright, let's get... Oh, okay, fire? Yeah, fire's good. Kind of makes for a tempered sort of person, you know? The power to destroy, but having to be careful with it. Yeah, it is a shame she is Order. While we're doing this opening, I just want to point out, if you guys need me to wait to get to the actual story parts, I'm more than happy to wait until you guys can get me set up on the PS4. Because, unfortunately, with this kind of story game, missing details is bad. You might get a little lost. And I'd rather you guys be as prepared as possible. I love the opening for this game. You know what? I could probably talk a little bit about what's happening for those who don't know. So what you guys are observing is a character who's running to his friends because about a winter past, as they put it, the Dark Knights came upon their town and put it to the torch, looking for resistance elements. This, in fact, brought them, the kids who were dealing with that, the three of these kids who grew up in the village, it brought them to the resistance, and they're doing everything they can to cause problems. While lacking any real direction to do anything.
It's as we heard, Daniel. Lancelot's returned. Then it's time. Right, sister?
Time to end this madness. We can't beat him. You know that.
That's a shame. I'm sorry,
What are you
guys.
saying, Joshua? You'd have us pass up a chance like this?
It's foolishness to think the three of us might defeat the Dark Knights.
They're
Heck
the
yeah.
ones who have been foolish, and we stand to gain. Don't tell me you're scared. If you've lost your taste for blood, I'll do this myself. That's enough, Vice.
So if I had to describe the characters, it's like if you took Ron out of the equation in Harry Potter and stuck Draco with Hermione and Harry, that's basically the kind of dynamic you got going on right now.
Lancelot is captain of the Dark Knights, and they are the source of Barkram power.
Vice reminds me so much of Malfoy. It's ridiculous.
One of the pillars supporting them, the Barkram will falter, if only for a moment. Yet that moment will be all the encouragement the Galgastani require. They want Valeria for their own.
The turmoil of the last war has only just settled, and you'd start another.
What if I told you this is better than Fire Emblem? And I don't make that statement lightly.
Insects to be crushed underfoot.
If war begins anew, we'll
The
die
art is
just
amazing. I can show you some full portraits of characters in our moment.
Shh, they're here. We'll flank them. Then go round behind. Right.
Awesome music. The music's going to be pretty stellar, I think, for you guys to hear. Alright, so I'm going to do a little cheesy thing in the beginning. So, I don't know if they accounted for this or not, but I like to throw a rock at the old man at the very beginning. You can see him right there. I'm not supposed to be able to attack them, but for some odd reason they made it to where I'm just in enough range where I could throw a rock at him. Alright. 1 damage.
Who goes there?
Friends of the Resistance, and no friends of yours.
The Resistance.
I expected a warmer welcome than this. They're children.
Wait, you even know who we are?
You're Lancelot, and that makes you my enemy.
Lancelot is my name, true. How is it that you know me?
How could I forget you? The Dark Knights laid torch to this town only a winter past.
The Dark Knights? But we come from the kingdom of New Zenobia to the east.
And Lancelot of the Dark Knights has but one eye. You have 2.
One eye, you say? Would that he lacked my name as well. His reputation, it seems, does me no favors.
No marauding knights us, but mercenaries come looking for work.
I am Lancelot Hamilton, a holy knight of Zenobia.
And I am Canopus, the one they name Windcaller. Our aged companion here is...
The Starseer, Warren Omer, at your service.
Mirrodin Warhorn, a knight of Zenobia, as it please you.
Gildas is my name. There now, no need to be frightened.
I wasn't. I don't know what to
Okay.
say.
1 moment.
Forgive us, good.
Go with 25. See how that
Nice.
does.
But perhaps this meeting might benefit us both. We have need of strength such as yours.
Ah, tell us your tale then. We are strangers in this land, and I would hear more of it.
Vice is my name. It would seem that you are not our enemy.
I am the Sybil Karshua, and this is my brother, Denon.
Okay, so I didn't want to talk over via character introductions. 3 things. 1, one of the reasons why I call this the definitive version of the game, besides like the quality of life stuff that they did, is almost like 90% of the game is fucking voice acted, and I mean immaculately voice acted by English and Japanese. So either version sounds fantastic. 2, the characters are all very well done. The art's great, and I really love this game a lot for what they do with like promoting each character and even even like the enemies of that you fight, like the major bosses, will have their own reports in the report of like their backstory and stuff like that. We'll go over them and talk a little bit about them. But one of the things I love the most about this game is there are choices in the game, and they are by no means minor choices. Even just the simplest way you interact with characters, like being polite or not, has an effect on the story and outcomes later on in the game. So every time you make a choice, it is very, very important, and it'll affect little things or it might affect big things. So we're going to be we're going to be polite here and say that it was our fault for starting a fight.
I'm Denim. Please, forgive our error.
Already forgotten. Though you did give us quite the surprise. Now, do you think we might talk somewhere out of this wretched heat?
We have just the place. It's not much, but it's secret, and it's safe.
A thing about that as well is this game is meant to be played multiple times. You will go through the game once, and that is just barely scratching the surface of the game.
As it is, we lack swords enough to face the Galgastani. The Bakram share our deficit, a deficit they've remedied by joining forces with Lodis.
So Lodis sent them the Dark Knight's Loslorian.
Loslorian is an order under the direct command of High Priest Sardian, ruler of Lodis. They are said to be the greatest of the 16 orders and the High Priest's favorite besides. Yet he uses them not in open battle, but in shadows and secrecy. They are his ears and his dagger. They are as dark as their name.
And these Dark Knights, whatever you call them, are backing the Bakram, eh?
So, why are you come to our isles? Does Zenobia think to claim Valeria as her own?
Yeah, he's got a
Do
fucking
Lodis
killer
and Zenobia
beard.
mean to bring their wars to our shores?
Actually, there's some really other good beards
Enough
from the
lies.
generic units later in the game. I'll show you some.
Your question deserves an answer. We are Zenobian, after all. Yet we do not serve as knights of Zenobia. We were banished, cast out.
We're outlaws. No place waiting for us back home, nah?
We've come to find work, preferably of the well-paying variety.
I don't trust you, and I don't trust your story. This is our fight.
Vice, please. Lord Knight, you must forgive our passion.
There is nothing to forgive. Tell me, what will you do now?
For one, we have to get Duke Ronway out of Almorica.
Duke Ronway. He is your leader.
Not just us. He leads all the Wallister. The Galgastani hold him captive in their castle. They plan to execute him, if the rumors are to be believed. And we mean to stop them.
A duke? But if his purse matches his title, a little rescue work might be just the thing. How about it, Lancelot?
Look, I'm sorry for not trusting you. It's true that if we're to rescue the Duke, we're going to need help.
Then there's nothing to be gained jabbering on here, eh? To Almorica Castle.
Wait! The castle is well defended. A fight there would mean our deaths. And yours, Lord Knight. And I've seen enough of fighting. Enough of death.
What about you, Denim? Would you have our aid?
Okay, so we literally can't do this without them, so...
Without your help, the Duke is as good as dead.
Ah, then it's settled. We will prepare at once.
You can't take a castle with 3 people. Not unless you're playing Fire Emblem. In which case I could do it with Ephraim, Ford,
I do not heed me, brother.
oh, what's the other dude's name? Kyle?
I know how you must feel. But what of my feelings? I don't want to lose you. Our father is dead. A hard truth, but a truth all the same. In all the world, you are the only one bound to me by blood. I couldn't bear to let you die. Forgive me. I know my words will not sway you. Only promise me. Promise you'll never leave your sister.
What's keeping you? Everyone's ready. You can't coddle him forever. He's no little boy anymore.
Do not speak to me of my brother. He does not share your lust for blood.
I have no love for war, but I'd sooner die on my feet than on my knees.
You would die on the backs of others.
You were the one who brought them in here, Kashua.
Because when I find a tool well suited for a job, I use it. At least one of us has the sense to recognize an opportunity. You should thank me.
Is that how you see people? As tools? I'd have expected more of a Sybil.
I only want to see an end of death.
Okay. So Lancelot and his allies has joined me as guests. Alright, so this is what the world map looks like. We can move it around a little bit, but we can also zoom out. Ta-da! It's quite big. Yeah, guest units, which we can't control, but they will help us. So, here's Denim. He's doing good. He's alright. We got Vice. We got Cachua. We got Warren, Lancelot, Cadipus, Murden, and Gildas. So, I will go to the Warren report and show you guys this exhaustive compendium. So, because they don't want you to lose track of the story, they give you a Wheel of Fortune, which tracks the events of the game. All the cutscenes are rewatchable. Also, if there's a hidden cutscene, like something happened and you didn't hear about it, you can go in here sometimes and find the cutscene. That's important for getting some secret characters. They have reports about what's happening in the world. We're going to go over these real quick. Anniversary celebrations. On the 1st of Godscale, the Backroom Valerian Kingdom celebrated the second anniversary of its founding. Festivities were held across Heim to mark the occasion. Regent Britton Warren announced plans to mend damage done to the Hanging Gardens in the war. 5 perished during procession. A great tragedy is taking place during Backroom Valerian Kingdom Foundation Day celebrations. A procession of Dark Knights Lothlorien has met ambush. No Dark Knights were harmed and a number of onlookers were caught in the conflict. 5 were killed and another 21 injured. It's not known who instigated the attack. Duke's execution draws near. The Kingdom of Galgstan has announced that Duke Ronway is to be executed in the coming days. The former leader of the Wallister Resistance has been held at Morka Castle since his defeat several months past. Zenobia on the march. It has come to the light that Knights has fucking Christ. I'm tripping all over myself here. All right, here we go. It has come to light that the knights seen recently in the vicinity of Goliath hail from the kingdom of New Zenobia to the east. Some fear they may be scouts for an incoming invasion, although they deny any such charge. They have taken up with a band of rebels, and a close eye will be kept on their conduct. So, that's like the newspaper almost, of just like different things going on. And then there's a play guide with multiple entries explaining everything, but I will do my best to just deal with that for you and let you guys know what's going on. So, it's really cool. You can also come in here later when music and stuff like that is unlocked and like listen to tunes that you liked. Alright, so we're gonna save real quick. Alright, so once you're in a stronghold, you gotta go through all the fights before you leave. So, here we go.
Hey, you're the rebels what been hiding out in Goliath. Here to save your duke, is it? There's 2,000 Goth on that one's head, boys. Half the purse to him what brings him down.
Okay, so these first two battles are tutorial battles. They kind of tell you what to do, and you're not doing too much. The guests are here are way more powerful than you are.
Easily jump this. Watch. But look before, nah. You can only jump to ground of the same height or lower.
One of the winged, like me, moves with no heed of height or terrain. Even so, rushing in alone without someone to watch your back is asking for an early grave.
Always keep a close watch on the action to see who will move next. Avoid unnecessary actions and keep speed on your side. The distance a unit moves and the actions it takes determine how long it must wait to move again. The order in which units act is called the attack turn. Keep a close eye on this. You can sort units by order of attack turn to quickly tell which unit will move next.
When a unit's turn comes round, you can command it to move, act, or use skills. What's more, you can issue these commands in any order you see fit. Think on your choice as well. The command to move can be cancelled at any time. If you find a unit out of range for a planned attack, try moving it to a different location.
Units begin battle with no MP, that being the font of all magical power. Units accumulate MP gradually over time. Powerful magic requires greater amounts of MP, so think ahead before casting a spell.
I prefer this style way more than for Final Fantasy, where you have all your mana and can just blow them away with your most powerful spell. It makes sense that you have to like gain the energy up to like cast it, and it keeps things from like being oh cast your best spell and everything's over sort of situation. You have to actually think tactically. We found some hidden treasure. Now is our turn. And now we get to be told more tutorials. I'm gonna speed it up. There's a speed up button that allows movements and actions to be a little bit faster. And I prefer to play like that.
Skills are divided into 4 broad categories. Actions.
Dude, they didn't have to go this hard, and they went this fucking hard. And they went this hard with all aspects of the game, and it's amazing.
According to their class. That just now was Meditate, an auto skill. Auto skills will sometimes take effect before your turn comes around. Use this to your advantage.
And the best part is it's in character, too.
A conjurer of magics must do more than learn a spell to wield it in battle. You must assign each spell before you enter the fray. Assign spells to your units from the party screen. Be sure that you don't forget.
You'll need a class mark in order to change a unit's class. Some class marks can be found for sale in shops, but not all are to be had so easily. A unit's level doesn't change when they change classes, so if one class isn't working out, a new line of work may be in order. There's no reason to go making things harder on yourself than they already are.
To use common consumables, such as Mend Leaf in battle, you'll have to prepare before you're on the field. Up to 4 may be ready. Best choose them with your unit's needs in mind.
So I'll go into that real quick while we'll interrupt him real quick
Take
after
heed of
he
the
has
enemy's element
his-
before striking. There are 8 in all. Air, earth, lightning, water, fire, ice, light, and darkness. Each element has its strength.
We're fire, so
Air
we're weak
against
to
earth and
water,
sun
but we're strong against
can be
ice.
enough to give you the edge you need. Each unit has a
Okay, so I wanted to,
level,
I guess,
but so does
fine.
your party.
I have to wait for my turn to
Your
come back around
party's
to
level will
explain.
rise as you lead them to victory in the stages to come. And remember, a unit can't advance beyond the level of the party.
Alright, so in the older versions of the game, they had very simplistic stuff, but in the PSP version, they tried to do like more skills and stuff like that, and it got really confusing and there's a lot of bloat. So what they did with Reborn is they reworked it to where some of your equipment would have the skills that you used to have, and some of your other things would give you the skills, and they made it really simple. You can take 4 items into battle, and you ready them up, you only get 1 copy of each in each slot. So you can put like 3 men leaves here if you want to, and a revive stone, or like what have you. You got 4 slots, play with them as you will. You get 4 spell slots, you can put 4 different spells in. You get 4 skill slots, you can put 4 different skills in. And then any finishing moves that you learn, you have right down here for the weapons. And you can equip 8. Because, you know, if you're wielding 2 different weapons, you need 4 finishers for one weapon and 4 finishers for the other. So it's like a 4 system, a system of 4. And it works really well. It keeps things, it allows each unit to be tailored for a specific thing, but also keeps things simple. And I really like it. I really like what they did with it.
One whisper of Ronway's execution and out you come, bold as you please. A rat can smell a trap, but not all rebels, huh? High time we were rid of your lot.
Support skills are just that. Skills that provide some passive benefit to the user. When I move, you'll notice yellow points of light near me on the ground. This is a support skill called Rampart Aura. Any foes entering the range of the aura will be unable to move further until their next turn. Some support skills hinder the enemy's movement, while others might grant enhanced strength. Consider well your class and lay of the battlefield when choosing which to use.
Alright, back to our turn. We're gonna move forward and hopefully get in the fight some.
Trap, and we walked right into it.
Trap or no, we fight or we die. I've never let a Galgastani get the better of me, and I don't mean to start today.
Focus, Vice. Our first duty is to save the Duke.
Don't lecture me on duty. Your only duty is to stay alive.
And to expound upon what Nye's saying, in other RPGs like this, you can overlevel to solve your issues, but in Tactics Ogre, you have to learn tactics and you have to figure out a battle strategy, or past the early game, you're gonna get your ass rocked by the game. It's not gonna. You can't just like cheese things usually. You have to actually come up with a decent strategy, and you have to learn the things and do different things. It's not all about damage. Most of this game is about inflicting status conditions and making sure that you put your teammates at an advantage and your enemies at a disadvantage.
You should not speak to Denham so. He was only trying to help.
Wait, you're no Wallisters. I know a man from Lodis when I see one.
Okay, these aren't voiced, unfortunately, but little blurbs here when you cast a spell, they unfortunately aren't voiced, but a lot of generic units are using them and stuff too, so I guess they didn't want to put in the extra work on that. But, you know, that's nothing compared to the fact that most fucking cutscenes are voiced.
Are you alright, Denon? You shouldn't let...
I'm fine,
Oh,
sister.
damn it, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to skip over it. Alright, so our friend Vice is getting his butt smacked. He's really low on health. Yeah. I totally understand that, Proxy, and I appreciate you stopping by when you did. I honestly tried to set this up in such a way that my stream wouldn't overlap into yours, so I started running an hour earlier. Nye told me about it, so I started doing it at 5, so that way.
Sorry, Denon. I'm out. And I'd better not hear any grumbling.
Yeah, Vice got bodied, so he's out. He's gonna shift Stone out. That's okay, you don't have to be chatty. The important part is that people are watching the stream and enjoying themselves. Alright, let's see who we can take out. Okay, not quite enough damage, but we got close. And he can finish her off. Alright, we managed to take out everybody. Now all that's left is the boss. And he goes down.
Looks like our luck has turned.
Oh, normally I've been running 6 to 9, but today I'm running 5 to 8 because I wanted to be out of the way of you. So I already shifted my stuff. I started at 5. Oh, you're going earlier? I don't mind shutting it down a little bit early. I don't know who all's here, but I'll raid you with who I have.
The way inside is clear. Stay on guard.
Honestly, my stream's a
Leave
little
the heavy
messed up
lifting
today
to us,
anyways,
Denon.
because
Cover our flank.
I
That's
ended
all
up
we
playing
ask.
an entirely different game. Alright, first tutorial battle out of the way. This battle's a little less tutorial. Like I was saying though, the Warden Report has a full list of everybody. So we get to actually see Denim here, to see Vice, and it has some like information on everybody. It's got their ages. But it's not just like the main characters that are on your side, but like the main antagonists, like the big bads, and then also any commander that you fight on the battlefield. is got their own little blurb. Let's get to him. So the guy that we just defeated, his name was Pavan Bapal. And he has 2 paragraphs of his backstory just sitting here. Look, they didn't have to go this hard, but they did. And I love the game for it. So let's talk about Pavan that we just defeated for a second. A Galgastani who served his clan in battle. At the start of the war, he led a group of bandits based in Forampa Wildwood. But a desire to defend his homeland prompted him to enlist as a man of arms. Though an experienced fighter, he lacked an understanding of the art of warfare and was often mocked by other soldiers. In an attempt to prove himself, he led an offensive against partisans at Almorca Castle. However, his poor reputation was only compounded when he was slain by those he sought to bring to justice. He met his end at the hands of Denim, the hero of Goliath himself. Alright. So, we've defeated our first tutorial battle. Second tutorial battle, a little less hand-holdy this time, and we actually get to do a little bit more fighting.
A fine time for this, with Master Nibeth away. Listen well. We faced the rogues who slew Bapal and his men. Underestimate them, and share Bapal's fate. Give these rebel swine a taste of Galgastani steel. Almorica shall never fall!
Thank you for joining the stream. We're gonna zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see. Alright, so this is the first real fight. The guest units are gonna carry us quite a bit, but we will get to do a lot more swinging of the sword.
Interlopers, why do you meddle in our affairs? Our struggle with the Wallister goes back generations. It's no concern of yours. Or do you seek to claim Valeria as Lodis does? I will have your answer.
We are men without a country. We have lent them our swords because it suits us to do so.
And we're looking for mercenary work, as it happens. Not hiring, by any chance.
And worry you'll leave for a
Well,
bigger
I'm more than
purse?
happy to give you something to relax
We don't need
to.
outsiders to do our killing.
He makes a good point. Let's rescue this Duke, collect our reward, and be done with it.
A craven who would choose lucre over loyalty deserves only one reward.
Can I just say that the voice actors did not fucking phone it in? Holy shit. Alright, we're gonna hit her. Yeah, it's freaking amazing. I don't want to spoil anything, but later stuff is even better in the story. And the story is like, if I had to describe it, and this is true, this is Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones, and it's better than Game of Thrones. It's better than Final Fantasy Tactics, which, oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying that. But this game is so good, and it's such an underrated gem that many people don't really know about it. But those who are in the Tactics Ogre sphere definitely know. Alright, so we got the boss here. We're gonna actually go for the mage unit in the back. Get some damage in on her. She's squishy. Oh, am I having a bit of lag? Like with the feed. Like, are you guys hearing sound effects after? Yeah, see, I'm a smaller Twitch channel, so... Oh my god, really? I feel like I'm seeing, like, your guys' message, but maybe you guys aren't seeing it. Or are you guys talking about the chat popping up on the... I'm a little confused. Oh no. Not the struggle bus. That's good. I'm glad I have at least one moderator. I'm gonna have to mod somebody else, though, if you're sick or can't watch the stream. Alright, so it looks like we killed all the other units. Now it's just wailing on the boss. Oh, one other thing, in case it gets a little hard to see people's health bars. You can activate health bars kind of like a MMO. We're actually going to do that, I think. It provides a little bit of visual clutter, but I think it makes it easier to see what everybody's at. There we go.
My life for Galgastan.
All right. We defeated the knight. Got some sweet loot. And experience, too. Well, I think Vice is going to snatch it all up, yeah, because he ended up getting knocked out of a previous fight. Got some new abilities.
The taste of freedom is sweet. You have my thanks. Sweeter still that Wallister youths came to my aid. Denham was it? Doubtless you and your friends are a gift from the great father himself. The Wallister boon is great, and our future bright.
If you recruit a zombie unit, there's screams whenever you have him join or they participate in the battle. So like a cheer, there's like screams and like people being freaked out.
We must regroup. Now I must ask if the tale our guests have told us is indeed the truth.
Upon my sword it is. We are outcasts from our land.
It is very satisfying.
I do not doubt your sword. It is the whiskers of your companion that give me pause. I hear a diviner matching his description was ever at the side of King Tristan when your new Zenobia came into being 2 years past. And that you, Sir Lancelot, were captain of the Holy Knights.
This is tea?
Is the same
I love you so much.
As to cast out
I have
the
tea
very men
delivered
who
by
placed
the
him upon
Oblivion
throne?
herself.
I, too, have heard tell of this diviner, but I am not...
Worm tea for the throat.
Lodis plagues us with the Dark Knights, Lothlorien. How do we know that you are not some new menace visited upon Valeria? If new Zenobia does not seek you, sir, I would have your proof.
Your Grace, these holy knights risked their own lives to win your freedom.
A man can claim knighthood only when he serves a worthy lord. It is for such a man that we seek.
I have your word, and its proof shall be in your deeds. You sought a reward. You shall have it. And employment besides. I would have you train our Wallister loyals as guards and soldiers here in Almorica.
As you wish.
Alright, so that was a little wordy. Does anybody need me to explain what happened? We're going to get into more conversation here in a second. But basically... Lotus and Zenobia have been in a bitter conflict. And Zenobia, I believe, created his own country. and have been fighting Lotus. And so these guys are from Zenobia, but they're saying that they are the people who put the king on the throne, but they're saying that they've been outlawed and cast out. So they're here in Valeria, and all the factions of Valeria are kind of like hesitant about them because they don't know if Zenobia is like looking to overtake Valeria and use their resources in a fight against Lotus. Lotus is already here and is working with the backroom. We're Galgastani. Or no, sorry, we're not Galgastani. We're Wallister. And our main people that we're fighting are the Galgastani, but the backroom are also a problem.
Now, Denham, your father was an Abuna in Goliath, was he not? I met him myself once. A wise man, Abuna Prancet.
In the opening, you see Abuna Prancet is actually taken during that torching in the night raid that the three youths here had to deal with. So he's believed dead.
What happened in Goliath was a tragedy.
Please, Your Grace. You must avenge our father. No, all the people of Goliath.
Yet the enemy before us is Galgastan. They must come first. And for that, I will need knights. Knights such as yourselves. Will you join my table at Almorica?
Us? Knights?
As young heroes of Wallister, you will serve as a shining example to your clansmen. I would have you become knights in my direct service. Well, what say you?
Of course. I mean, as you wish, Your Grace. I know Denham's with me on this.
Excellent. Now, if you are to be a knightly order, you will require a name.
All right. So, we're going to name this the Order of Drake. To go with my theme. Especially because the flag has a dragon on it. I think it just works really well.
What do you think?
Yes, a fine name. You'll go far, I'm certain.
Yeah, it's not subtle at all.
Your first task takes you to the town of Chrysara, to the southwest.
You're already called the hero
Captain of my
Goliath
knights
because you've
is
been like
Leonard,
harrying
and
the
gone there in
flank
pursuit
of
the former
people.
overseer of this castle, a necromancer named Nibeth. Truth be told, he's having a harder time of it than was expected. You'll be going to Chrysaro to aid him. Understood? Now, before you leave, you'll want to fill your ranks with soldiers from Almorica and purchase such gear as you'll require. I expect you have little in way of coin, so I'm giving you 30,000 goth from the treasury and a few of my own knights to serve under you.
That's how you know the story gets dark, is that the money is literally called
You
goth.
can count on us, Your Grace. We won't let you down.
Then may victory and glory await you, young heroes of Wallister.
Alright, so. We have another cutscene. And we get to meet Best Girl. What? Best Girl? What?
Led us to gainful employ.
One of the
after
best
all.
girls, actually.
My thanks.
One of the waifus.
No, it is I who should thank you.
So, you're off to aid one of the Duke's men. I regret we cannot join you. Above all else, stay alive. Win or lose, while there's life, there's hope.
I'll try to remember that.
Let's not forget, the dead get no second chances.
If death were our aim, there are swifter ways to go about it than soldiery. We fight to live.
True enough. Still, do not needlessly seek out
Oh,
danger.
no.
Enough will find you as it is.
I am so sorry, Prince. Do you need to catch up? I am more than happy to catch people up, because I'm going to be going into the Warren Report anyways.
You are the heroes of Goliath. are you
Dame
not?
Ravnus. Dame
I must
Ravnus.
thank you for
She's
saving
a
his
bad
grace, the
bitch.
Duke. Indeed. Accept my thanks on behalf of us all.
And you are?
Ravnus Luxarian,
Bubbles
a
formerly
knight
known
in
as Prince.
service of the Duke. I would ride to Leonar's aid myself, but his grace has other need of me. I fear the task falls to you.
No need of fear, friend. We took back this castle, didn't we?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose.
And what manner would that be?
She and her fellow knights drew off the garrison defending the castle. Else, we would not have succeeded.
If it were not for the sacrifice of others, we would be no heroes of Goliath now.
Make no mistake, I have high hopes for you. We must unite the people behind us if we are to put an end to this endless war. Word of your heroics emboldens them.
Then you hold us up as heroes to serve some stratagem, is that it?
Truly the
If you do
ultimate
not
form,
like
Prince
it, give
Bubbles.
truth to the lie.
I do
Write
similar
your own
stuff,
fate on the
honestly.
battlefield.
May fate smile on us both, Dame Ravnus.
His Grace provided you with war funds, yes? Remember,
Crow
they do no good sitting in your coffers. Arms, spells, provisions. Even a single magic ring can mean the difference between victory and defeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
She thinks highly of herself. I pray we are not near when she falls from such height.
Meanwhile, Kashua, your sister, is a raging bitch. Great people. Alright, so we can do some renaming of the units that we get here, and we're also going to do some hiring. I would love to get you guys in the game. So we have Patrick here. He is a wind-aligned warrior. And he has fists and axe skills. Does anybody want to be Patrick? We can rename him. Or we can just keep Patrick as he is, if somebody doesn't want to take upon his mantle. You want to fist stuff, Prince Bubbles? Are you okay with being aligned with the wind? Patrick is your father's name? That's amazing. Alright, what do you want to be listed as? You want to be listed as Bubbles? Your real name? What do you want? You type, I put down. Let's try Prince Bubbles. Ah, so close. Let me see if I can... Prince Bubble fits. Are you okay with Prince Bubble, or do you have to be plural? Prince Bubble. He is soft boy. Don't pop the bubble. Just Bubbles. Alright. Bubbles the Fisticuffer. Welcome to the party. We can change your element later if you want to change your element. So we have an archer. She's water aligned. Her default name is Adela. Oh, you want to be the archer? Alright. What would you like to go as? Oblivion? Nye? What would you like? Nye is fine. Alright, we got Nye the archer. Alright, we got a wizard. I know a very particular person who I would normally name as my wizard. But if Proxy wants to steal this glorious beard, I will not steal that chance from him. Yeah, it's very stylistic. Proxy for Wizard. Got it. Proxy has been voted as Mr. Wizard. Alright, you're when to line just like Mr. Bubbles. You want to go down as just Proxy? Or you want to go down as Tech Daddy? Daddy Proxy. Okay, guys. Spell Daddy Proxy. Mr. Weezer. Please, Mr. Weezer with my father. Call me Weege. But yeah, what would you like to go by, Proxy? You write it, I'll type it. Yeah, I think Tech Daddy sounds cool. As for a wizard, it is hilarious. It's very obvious that this is my stream people. Alright, we have a cleric. Does we got somebody else? Dark Star Light Sky, would you like to be the cleric of the party? And if so, would you like me to name you anything specific? Alright, we're going to make Star the Cleric. We asked for... Oh, we're going to get permission via proxy. Dark Star, yeah! Oh, fuck yeah, I love that. Alright, Drew. Just Drew. Drew's a roof fencer. Do we know anybody that we could name this person? It is pretty fucking good, not gonna lie. Do we know any dudes that are good at fencing? Just keep Drew. So dumb, I love it. Alright. Drew the Lightning Dude. Alright, we got Drew. So, we need to go and pick me up. I'm the most important person.
Take a look around.
So let's go shopping for me. We're gonna make, we're gonna get a wage slave here. Her name, she's gonna be neutral. She impartially weighs all evidence before making a decision. And I'm going to be Ice Elemental.
You sure? You sure? Happy to be of service.
Here's the thing about this game. They didn't have to go this hard. But they have the shopkeepers voice acted too. Alright, so we got quite a bit of preps to do. We're going to go over Warren Report real quick, and we're going to read that last commander's entry. We have titles now, so we can put an individual title on to be displayed for people to see. So we recaptured Almorca Castle, and Duke Ronway was freed, and a hero is born, Denim Pavel. Alright, so let's go look at the person who got yoinked. Sir Agares. He's a Galvestani who served his clan in battle. He was brother to Baronet Bazin of Oslan, a town in the Coronai Marches? I think that's supposed to be marshes. Sir Agares was sent to reinforce the Almorca garrison, who were struggling to hold off attacks by the Duke's men. Despite his noble upbringing, he was an approachable and well-respected commander, which explains why he was wanting to know why people were fighting and whatnot. He led the defense of Almorca Castle in place of the absent consul, Obdelord, but was slain by Denim Pavel. And what's really cool is as things happen in this story, things get updated. Like before it said that Duke Ronway was in chains, and now they updated to say, hey, you saved him. You know, we learned about Leonard, who we haven't even met yet, but we have an entry for him. Okay, that's a good point. Alright. So yeah, we can see how many people we've killed, which is important for later. We're gonna play good guy. We're gonna be nice. We'll be as nice as we possibly can. Alright, so we need to get people equipped. We need to get people in the proper classes. I am a knight. Look at how cute I am. I got my little sword, which we will change for a hammer. Unfortunately, I did get a hammer drop from one of the bodies, so we'll go and buy one. Move this. Alright, so let's do some rearranging here. Put the story characters all the way over here. Because our stars and shows are right here. And I'm going to put it in the front. That looks about right. Change ID numbers in current order. Alright. We're number 1. Hey. Yeah, killing people with kindness and a fucking hammer. Alright, let's get Mr. Bubbles here with some fists. Now, do you want to be clean shaven, Mr. Bubbles? Or do you want to have the rocking in his beard of everybody? You want to see what his beard looks like? Let me show you what this beard looks like. How do I do the unit view? Class list. Yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. Do you want to punch people while looking like a fucking badass? Get beard. Alright. You get a beard. And you get a beard. And you get a beard. Alright, so we're going to make you a badass bearded fellow. Viking horn helmet and all. Yeah, you're already pretty fucking good, actually. Yeah, you got fists, you got pincer attack. Alright, so I need to go and do some shopping real quick. Nye, what weapon did you want to focus on? You said you wanted to be my assassin later on as like a ninja or something? Backline sniper for soft targets. Yeah, I'm totally fine for that. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who are physical fighters and 2 people who need defensive rings, so buy those. We have warrior rings and we have defender rings. It's 5, I believe. 2.
Well.
No, it's defender. Warrior, warrior, defender, defender, warrior, warrior. Alright, so we need to buy some spells as well.
Good day.
Alright, so we need Instill Lightning for the Rune Fencer. We need an Exorcism for Darkstar. We need Spirit Surge for Cachua. We need Awaken for Cachua. We need Heal for me. For Dark Spells, for Proxy, we need to give him... Okay, so he's a win. He doesn't have an access to other spells, so we're gonna get Tech Daddy some status stuff. We're gonna give him Paralyzing Ray, Poison Cloud, and Sleep. Just to help better support us. So I get healing powers. Proxy gets every status affliction under the sun. Gets an Exercise the Dead and Awaken the Living. Get to shoot lightning. Get our spear to have lightning, and then we also get to heal. And then Cashua gets to throw light at people and hurt them like that, and then also awaken them. Okay, so spells are all figured out. I believe equipment is all figured out. So we're left to skills and consumables. So I'm level 1. I'm actually the weakest of the party, but I'll catch up fast. Nye already has fucking tremendous shot, so that's amazing. That's a guaranteed hit critical. Proxy already has concentrate, so that's nice. Drew is being Drew. He's drewing about. Alright, so we're gonna keep Denim, I think, probably as just a basic warrior. Just give him the ability to do lots of damage. Hammer, okay, cool. You need impact and you need pincer. Alright, so now we just need to worry about consumables.
Welcome!
Sorry, I'm catching up with the chat while I do my buying. Okay, so sundries. We're going to get... Honestly, we're not even going to bother with regular men leaves. We're going to get... Oh, not 100. Jesus. We're going to get probably... Oh, fucking stop. We're going to get 20 of these. Some healing. And we're going to get 20 of these. Alright, we're just one short. Let me sell something real quick. Holy water is very important when you're fighting the undead. Oh, I still didn't get enough. Oh well.
Farewell.
We'll sell all the extra stuff. Oh, it's amazing. I can't sing its praises enough. It basically stole the like spotlight for me on tactics games. Alright, so we're gonna take a Menleaf +1. We're gonna take a Zoliot drop. Actually, we'll take a Zenon Wing. A Zeno Wine. Holy Water. And that'll probably be it for me. We're gonna give Mr. Bubbles the same loadout. Nye is gonna be in the back line, so she'll be able to heal people better. So we're gonna give her... Actually, I fucked that up. Okay. We get Meads instead, so we can inflict breach on people. Nye gets Vizena Wine. And she gets Zoliat Draw, and she gets the Blessing Stone. Same with Proxy, he's going to be in the back line, so he's going to get the Zoliat, Zena, and the Blessing Stone. Same with Dark Star, she's going to get Zolia, Zena, Blessing Stone. And Drew's going to be on the front line, so he'll get that, he'll get Breach, Holy Water, and Blessing Stone. And we'll give Denim just a bunch of Holy Water since he doesn't have options. And we'll give these guys a bunch of Holy Waters. And Cashua, she doesn't really need Holy Waters, so we'll just give her a bunch of Menleaves. Alright. Preps are done. Okay, so let's go ahead and save so we don't lose our preps. And here we go. Myself and Bubbles in the front. Nye in the second layer with... We'll put Drew up front as well. Oh, okay, somebody has to sit out. It's definitely gonna be Drew. Yeah, we have to have a cleric in the party, so... Dark Star is in, Drew is out.
Hollister rebels? Here? Then Almorica has fallen for True.
Reinforcements for their kinsmen we've pinned down in Chrysaro. Make peace with the light, Wallace swine. Today you die.
Best boy!
You looked a lonely lot. Thought I might join you. I am Canopus. Step forward and meet your fate, dogs.
Canopus is like a cheat code. He is broken. He's a winged unit, so he can move all about throughout the battlefield. He's ranged, so he hits hard, and he's also like a story unit, so he has better stats than generics. So he just runs around the battlefield, popping people in the face with his bow, and like utterly destroying people if he gets the right conditions.
This is a what? Stubborn as ever, eh? How did one so young grow so thick of skull?
And he puts Vice in his fucking place.
I'll give you thick.
Ow! Not the wings!
Vice, control yourself.
So we get the chariot. So what the chariot is if you're having a bad time and the battle's not going like you want it to do, you can rewind time and go back and try again. Very useful to keep. And what's cool is like both versions of events stay in the memory, so you can like choose better outcomes based on things. You can use it to cheese the game, but you can also use it to just, you know, if you have a bad situation. So, all right. So let's see what we got. Let's move Denim forward. Yeah, there are time shenanigans in this game, believe it or not. Take care, Tech Daddy Proxy. It was great having you.
Today we fight for Wallace honor. Where does it lead?
What's the matter? Lose your nerve? Or has the nagging of your pacifist sister unmanned you? Always hiding behind her skirts.
Thick of skull and a bully besides.
That's enough squawking out of you, Birdman.
Better a bird than a brute.
Ugh. You're not men. You're children.
Sorry, I appeared to have a stroke while trying to issue commands.
Let me tell you a thing or two about battle, Dylan. Clear the wax from your ears and listen. The key is to divide and conquer. Whether you face a fearsome giant or a timid dormouse, that's the way it's done. Focus your attacks on one enemy at a time, and you'll emerge the victor.
Alrighty. So the battle is commencing pretty good.
Denim, Sibyls and mages cannot withstand the withering attacks of the front lines. Keep us in the back, where we can support our warriors from afar. Be mindful of the enemy's position, and bring us no closer than need be. Use a bird's eye view if you're unsure of the distance.
So the cool thing about bird's eye view is sometimes when you're aiming with the mouse, it can get a little confusing. So at any time while you're like doing your aiming and stuff like that, let me show you guys. Bam! You can make it like this, which makes it a lot easier to select a tile. You can zoom out. Alrighty, have fun. Well, it's great having you on.
One more piece of advice, Denim. If you come across a blue card on the field, be sure to pick it up. These can provide a boon to aid you for the rest of the battle. Stronger attacks, more critical strikes, and the like. But a single unit can only benefit from 4 of these boons at once, so mind who you give them to. Oh, and keep away from the red cards. These will wipe out any boons you've already picked up. You might want to try knocking your enemies into those. Green cards raise a unit's core attributes, and the best part is they keep the bonus even after the battle ends. Take a close look at each card before someone picks it up to gauge its effect. There are many kinds, and it doesn't pay to go wasting them on the wrong soldier.
We're gonna try to wrap up this battle. I don't want to distract too much from people's streams and whatnot. We're gonna wrap up the battle and save, and then we will pick this up tomorrow. Vice is gonna obliterate somebody. Yep. He's got the steel chair! That's how it feels like sometimes. Oh yeah, Denon got my pincer attack. Holy shit. Alright, cool. I honestly forget about pincer sometimes, and it's just so much fucking efficiency. Just have somebody at their back, and like anytime that you make an attack on them, yeah, it's just so good. It's just basically 3 damage. And we all love 3 damage. I don't know why I need to give him a physical card, but... I don't know how far we are from the boss. We got so wrapped up in the fighting of the little guys that we didn't realize the boss was like across the damn map. Alright, so I can move close. I'll save my speed. Cool, I can get a heal from Cashua. He's attacking me because I'm the weakest guy. Alright. We're almost there. He's gonna keep getting pelted in the face with fireballs. Thank you. Thankfully, Darkstar's got my healing. Tech Daddy's about to lay some smack down. Should we finish him off with a rock from Bubbles? Oh, it's not quite enough damage. Damn. Oh, no, it's gonna be nice. She's gonna get the squishy target in the back, like she's born to do. Oh, you know what? Let's overkill him. Let's get a tremendous shot, just for fun. Here we go. Oh, God. Overkill.
No place to die. This.
Alrighty. So, if you're watching on YouTube, thank y'all so much for watching. If you're watching on stream, I believe it's just one person now, but thank you for being here. Thank everybody else who were here earlier. If you can, please check out Tech Daddy Proxy's stuff, both on Twitch and on YouTube. If you look him up, he's got some good content. He's streaming right now, so. But yeah, I appreciate everybody's willingness to flop to a different game. And honestly, I think I'm going to enjoy playing this way more better. There's something about Power World doesn't lend itself to streaming for me, I don't think. So, I'm going to get Canopus in the party. And then I will pick this up next time. Peace.